Two dudes reviewing the news, pop culture, video games, movies, and shoes. Quincy and Justin with a nerdy forecast. So stay a while and welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast.
Welcome to the Mugs Podcast. I'm your host, Quincy.
And you're the host, Justin.
The turkey is not nearly as in the shot as I was thinking it would be. Oh, it's fine. You don't have to move him.
Well, I was just going to move the monitor. Just a little. Just a smidge.
Whatever you want. It probably isn't going to work.
Wow, this is precarious. Oh. We have been living on the edge this entire time.
Living on the edge.
Take a step back from that ledge, my friend. If you would cut ties with all the lives that you've been living in.
Third Eye Blind?
No.
No? I'm not good at that, so. Mine was.
No, you're right.
You're
right. You're right. I was like thinking about it. I was like, is it Third Eye Blind or is it Eagle Eye Cherry was the one I was thinking of. But no, that is
Stay the Night or something like that.
Stay tonight and fight the break of dawn. Yeah.
Drinks?
Just both of us are doing a good old Arizona lemon. My stomach's feeling sour, so might as well throw a little bit of lemon on it.
Walgreens doesn't lie about the prices. They're still 99 cents there.
Yes.
I'm seeing more places that are just saying fuck it and charging $1.75.
Yeah, and like Peace Tea is $1.25, and I'm happy with those because I like Snowberry.
Yeah, but they didn't start out as a 99-cent drink.
No, you're right. And it's manufactured by a totally different company.
They also don't have the CEO of the company saying, no, the drink costs 99 cents, and so any place that's charging more they're choosing to charge more.
Right, but also this the Coke is the company that does Peace Tea. They say 2 for $2.50, which is fair. I like 2.5. Okay, 4 for $5.
Wait. But they're $1.25.
Well,
so 2.50.
No,
you're not saving anything.
No, it's $1.49 each. But when you buy 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I say $1.25. But
that's what you meant.
Yeah.
That's,
man,
$1.50.
So remember to head over to our stream. I'm holding up one of the most disastrous things that I am both excited for and kind of afraid of. The Packy One Chip Challenge. And as said, I'm going to eat it before it expires in April-ish. And so hopefully we'll get our by then.
Yeah, to be clear, to see the footage, we have to hit the goal.
I want it.
We'll record it either way.
Yeah, oh, definitely. And I will.
May just be something I show at Thanksgiving, and that's it.
Yep. It's getting a little toasty in here. Let's throw
Heater's
it
on.
Yeah.
I finally convinced Laura to turn the heat on. Well, to let me turn the heat on.
Fair enough.
I use the cats as the example. The cats are cold.
The cats are cold. I see Spooky shivering, but that's fine.
We're pretty sure she has arthritis.
And she's getting up in age a little.
She's 6 or 7, and it normally kicks in around 7.
Yeah. But other than that, we're doing pretty good. Over on the good old Humble. Oh wow, it shrunk my screen.
Before we get too into this, where did do you have a spot for talking about our namesake for the episode? You pulled something up, right?
Yes, I did. It's all the way at the.
Cool.
It's basically our little topic that I was wanting to have.
Cool. Just making sure.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, we got the Humble Bundle, and the stream is getting to watch live as he toys with the.
Yeah, because it broke, and I don't like when things break. There we go. And then I just do this, blow it up a little bit.
The problem is now our W energy is covered.
Where? It's not even there.
We have the code.
Yeah, with the code, but where did the?
Yeah, the image is gone. I think it just got moved to the back. Riveting radio. Yeah, I got moved to the back. It's right there. Oh, if you look, it's actually marked not sight.
Oh, thank you. No!
Oh, that's the other one.
No,
yeah,
get out of here.
That's got to go.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Okay. Yeah, it's just gone. The code stayed. The image went away.
And that's not the... Oh, it did break. Is it gonna let me do it through that? No, I didn't think so. I'll fix it after this, but yeah, be sure to check out w.gg. Grab yourself some quick gamer fuel, as well as pre-workout and/or hydration fuel now. Remember to use code UglyMugs at checkout for a good old 10% off, and enjoy it. What was it? $150 for the 5-pack of the pre-workout.
I think so, yeah. And they've also got stickers. So, and if any of you are sticker fans, I mean, I know that Dutch Bros is on to something because people go nuts for the monthly stickers.
Really?
Yeah. To the point that when they changed the date, they were like, and they had to apologize to me. They're like, "We're sorry, but we don't have the stickers today. We've moved the date. You won't actually get them till this date." I'm like, most of those end up in the back seat on the floorboard.
Right, but people still go for them. It's weird, and
they even have digital stickers on the app.
That's kind of cool.
You unlock stickers on the app.
But the other weird one, back when it was a thing and back when it was cool, was the Loot Crate ones. Mm-hmm. I actually really liked the old ones when it was like the enamel that was pressed and carved and it looked nice.
They also went big into the pins, and it's one of those things like, how many pins do I need? I mean, I've got some stuff on the corkboard and what.
I have a lanyard that is covered in almost an entire year's worth of Loot Crate ones.
Yeah.
The gaming ones.
So make sure you run on over. Use the code UglyMugs. UGLYMUGS.
Yes. All one word. Yes. But also, treat yourself to a nice little good old Humble Bundle. The Humble choice right now is having an annual membership for $89.
Wait, there's 3 images.
Yeah. 1, 2, and then...
What is that?
I don't know, and I can't exactly stop the...
Something went screwy.
Oh, nope, stop. Oh, my God. All right, hold on. Image. That's that one.
That's that one.
Where's this one? Transform fit to screen. There's nothing. So this is it. It's broken.
Interesting. Because I was looking, I was like, wait a minute. There's 3 images, and there's only 2 images up there, so one of those has to be it.
One of those has to be it, but it's busted. I'll fix it. I'll move it up here for now. Stay up there. You stay over there.
Well, if you black border it, or if you, like, fill it in black, you can put it underneath the Ugly Mugs logo.
I could. Like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. But yeah, $89 for a whole entire year of Humble Bundle. Well, choice now. They don't call it Humble Bundle monthly. I keep saying that. But
they've also changed it vastly from when you started. So it's a big change.
Yeah. It helps out Charity Water, which is one of my favorite charities. So $89 to help out that more than you getting games, but you getting games being a really good bonus. Yeah, that's nice. And I'm not going to be pushing our code for this month. Holiday 22 is the one to get the annual membership for $89, which is less than $6.5 a month, which is amazing. It's only available for new and canceled members only, so if you do not have it, this is a good reemergence. Kind of stinks for people like me, but it's all charity. I do not mind. The code for that, however, is Holiday22.
With the $89 for the annual membership, I mean, what's the breakdown on that per month?
6.5, give or take.
Yeah. And you get how many games per month?
10 to 12, depending on month.
So, okay, yeah, 7.4166.
Oh.
So it's $7.
Yeah.
$7.50. At 12-ish games per month, that's a fucking steal.
That is a steal. And some of these games are pretty fucking good. A couple months ago was Tropico 5 Game of the Year, and a bunch of really other good ones. I've had some really baller-ass games from Humble Bundle Monthly. Well, Humble Choice. And they even give you the Trove, which gives you access to Go Song, which I played a little bit of. Mm-hmm. It's pretty creepy. I like it so far. I got to dig in more to it. I just haven't had time because we've been playing something. Well, I've been playing the DLC for it, but we hopped into it last night, and we were having a good time in The Division 2, a game that I said I wouldn't really go back to. And
I'm sorry, you had an invalid complaint about the first game, which I vastly enjoyed the first game. You had, as far as I was concerned, an invalid complaint.
Okay.
And then you never finished it, right?
Nope.
And so you missed out on a hell of a story and some really interesting shit. Honestly, some creepy shit. We're going back to listen to some of those recordings post-COVID.
Ooh.
It's eerie. It's fucking eerie, dude.
Okay, maybe that
they
might be another
clocked
thing.
how people would react. And then we get to Division 2, and don't get me wrong, I love the story of Division 2 personally. I like the story of Division 1 better. And yeah, Division 2 did a lot to try to improve the game, tweak the game, and whatnot. And so I'm really glad you like it.
Okay. At the end of the Warlords of New York expansion, that you can, if you purchase it, you get one character buffed up to being able to go into the DLC, so you could just go straight to it in case you're like, oh crap, I have to grind up this or do this. No, you can go straight to Warlords. The only downside is you're locked into it until you get a 100% completion on your mission for this.
Yeah.
And it has a pretty heavy story immediately. And it answers 3 questions that you ask for a DLC for this game.
Okay.
One of which being content. Continuous content.
Yeah.
It's all in the Warlords of New York expansion.
Okay.
Everything's in that area.
What's your other questions?
I cannot divulge them.
You cannot divulge in what you would expect from a DLC that this delivers on?
Because it would spoil it for you.
It's interesting. I'm kind of confused on that because that makes me think that we expect different things from DLCs because the one thing I never want from a DLC, I don't want the DLC to be the ending of the game that I should have had in the base game.
It isn't, because it explains why it had to go back to New York.
Okay.
That's all I can give you. That is it. I cannot. I know for a fact when you beat this DLC, the very ending cutscene will have you excited.
Okay.
It is a good close to this story.
Okay. But it is a close to the story, which is frustrating because you should close your story out in the main game.
I can't say it.
I'm telling you how I feel about DLCs. Okay.
Do you want me to give
A
you
DLC should not be the ending the game should have come with.
Quincy, what is one of your main questions for the Division 2?
Any questions of Division 2?
Yeah, you had a question on the way here.
Oh, as if this is the end or if they're gonna make it 3.
Do you want me to answer that truthfully?
You don't have to answer it truthfully. Yes or no, either way doesn't matter because the fact that this addresses it is what frustrates me because that's not what a DLC should be for.
But it explains it so well because of where it's placed.
Okay.
So, in short, I just gave you your answer. Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry I had to spoil that for you.
Okay. But here's the thing. I get what you're saying.
Okay.
And I understand. But you're telling me you couldn't wrap up your game in the main story, and that's frustrating. Instead, you wanted to charge us an extra $20 to continue the story.
Yes.
And that's frustrating from a game concept, because if you play the DLCs for the Witcher games, they're not wrapping up the story of Witcher 3. There are other stories in addition to the story of The Witcher 3.
That's kind of what they did with this, but they tacked on the extra.
Yeah, and that's always been a little...
Don't
make me pay for the ending of a game. Like,
Broken Steel.
Yeah. Don't sell me an unfinished game and then charge me more to finish it.
You are correct.
Broken Steel is a good example.
Broken Steel is a great example, but at the same time, it wasn't originally what was...
No, with Broken Steel, they had a bad ending.
They had a bad ending, and they were like, okay, we'll fix it. With Warlords of New York, and having already spoiled it, I'm going to just say it outright. There is an idea for continuation.
Okay.
Where it could possibly be, I don't know. Is it going to stick in New York? I don't know. I
hope it's a continuation in the vein of what the Division 2 was a continuation of for the Division 1.
Yeah.
And not a continuation of what and what Breakpoint was
for
to
Wildlands.
And,
yeah.
And the one thing I didn't touch on, because we were talking about Wildlands on the way here.
Oh, yes, we were.
You were saying if they go back to Classic Wildlands, you'll be happy.
No, Future Soldier.
Or I shouldn't say, I guess Classic's not the term. Pre-Wildlands. That's what I meant. I didn't mean Classic Wildlands. I meant Classic Ghost Recon.
Okay.
So you're saying you'd be happy if they went back to to classic Ghost Recon,
It'd be fine.
pre-Wildlands and whatnot.
It'd be fine.
My whole thing is Wildlands worked. Wildlands is an amazing game.
It's a pretty good game.
I love Wildlands. I can
Feels good.
guarantee you at some point in my life I will replay Wildlands.
Yeah, it's a good, solid game.
And I would love to do it with a full team like I did the first time because I did a lot of Wildlands. Actually, I almost exclusively played Wildlands in team.
Mm-hmm.
There was very few. I did not like the AI for your teammates.
They've fixed it since then, but I get your point. I also don't like them. I went lone wolf.
Yeah.
So
The game functioned and is built very well to be at least 2-player, if not. I played in a team of 3.
yeah,
Mac
James
and
Mac?
James, yeah.
Okay.
I can't think of a complaint other than the ending, depending on which ending you get of Wildlands.
Okay, I can see it.
Then you get Breakpoint. Breakpoint doesn't work, and so the reaction seems to be either A, to kill off the franchise,
Mm-hmm.
or B, to take it back to its roots. While I'm not saying don't take it back to its roots, because I still think there's a place for that in it,
Mm-hmm.
they're having the wrong reaction. The problem isn't Ghost Recon. It's not the Wildlands formula. It's the changes you made when you made Breakpoint.
Yes, I will admit that.
Breakpoint is a very different game from Wildlands while still being
Same
in
but
the
different.
Vein. Same but different. And it's the but different that fucked it up.
It feels heavier, if that makes sense. Like there's a lot more weight on each of the characters. Like more technology allows you to be more advanced, but at the same time, it makes you more vulnerable if you get caught out by the same ones who have the technology that stops your technology.
Concepts like the bivouac, great idea.
Great idea.
Concepts of every 10 seconds I have to dodge a fucking drone flying overhead.
Terrible
idea.
Yeah, but I get why. They are actively looking for you.
And I understand that, but you're telling me the cartel wasn't actively looking for me in Wildlands?
They didn't have drone tech.
And
they
that's
didn't
one
have
of the
skull
problems
tech.
is you went to this extreme with the tech.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, drones are real, and we fly our own drones in Wildlands.
Yeah.
And I was one of the big drone people, and you know how many times I killed our team because I would accidentally hit the drone button while we were in a helicopter, and
Because it
immediately
hits
hits the rotor.
I-
Just fucking.
So there is actually a guy who says I figured it out. I have to tell my squad to stop in motion to pull out my little drone.
You have to thrust it down immediately, though.
Yeah, and well, no, just as long as it is in stasis, you can drop it. It's just if it is moving forward, backward, side, doesn't matter. It will fucking up.
Obliterates the helicopter every fucking time.
And what's funnier is
Hey.
if you have the explosive, if you have the explosive one, it does worse because it kills everybody.
Yeah, I did the healing.
I did healing too because it's quick, simple, easy. And then in Breakpoint, if you get knocked down, you can rip off the part of the drone and
So
zap yourself awake.
it was kind of the same thing that killed Call of Duty for me, other than the toxic community.
Well, yeah.
So Call of Duty, one of the things that killed it for me was the futuristic thing, and I feel like that's one of the things. The main problems with Breakpoint, I think, is they went too far with the future tech.
They did.
And not in that we aren't there or anything, but in that it makes the game a level of difficulty I wasn't looking for. There's one thing between making a game harder, myself, and a bad design for a game making a game harder.
I can concur. That is a fair assessment because going from the Division 1 to Division 2, I feel like is the opposite route. In from your mind to my mind, it feels like it's the opposite route because one, I felt like it was like I see the numbers. I feel like it's not doing a lot. I'm going up to a guy with a slug-rounded shotgun. Bop, bop, bop. I'm not doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of similar to how you were complaining about your sniper rifle not doing a lot yesterday. And I was like, they fix it with the DLC, but you're right. Shouldn't fix it in the DLC. But when they released the DLC, the main game also got that.
Yeah.
It's just you have to grind for gear. That's kind of how it.
And when it
is.
comes to the Division 1, I hope that one day you do give it a chance. I'll play through it from beginning to end with you if you want.
Okay.
I love the story. I mean, hell, there's still shit I'm trying to collect on my own, and I lone wolfed the entire thing. I have the turret and I have the heal pack, and I lone wolfed the Division 1 completely. It's one of those games that you just gotta feel it out and figure it out, and it is one of those things of like, I'm not doing enough damage. Tweak the guns.
Yeah.
tweak your gear. A lot like the Division 2. The Division 2 just, I think, streamlined it a bit more.
Yeah, it streamlined it and made it a lot more easier to get the guns that you're wanting to feel good with, because I'm a huge riot shield. I love riot shielding games, and this game did it right. It allowed me to go pistol and shield and just be an aggravated assault type of individual, being like, I can poor choice of words. I could be,
I didn't even think.
yeah, I didn't either. And I could just be more forward push.
Nobody clipped that.
Nobody clipped that. Or I can take a lighter shield and be able to use my assault rifle or a shotgun and be even more forward, but still have to think about where I am comparative. The new game mode, the Summit, I never saw this.
No, I've never seen this.
So, reach new height in the Summit, a new game mode featuring a 100-story building where each floor has new challenges. I want
this to be fun.
I want to do this because something tells me it'll be like, hey, reach floor 10, get yourself this. Now that all these new legacy armors is popping out, I would love to start collecting some legacy armors, and this would be a good way to start really pushing like builds and ideas. Because when we were playing, I was like, I only had these two because I've been playing pretty much on my own or with randoms. And then when I popped in with you, I'm like, I'm going to fuck around with some shit. And then I started using the shock mines. And then I switched out with, what was the other one I was using that was weird? The decoy, which was interesting.
You also had that weird throwing thing that you were doing.
Oh, it's a type of drone. It's not like the one that kind of floats around you. It's like a paper airplane style drone.
Yeah.
I don't know what they called it, but in short, I'm glad they give you so many different types. And depending on what build you're wanting, you can go either full weapon damage, full skill damage, or tank armor. And you can build around it. It's so versatile. And you're right. I should give Division 1 another chance.
Mostly for the story.
The story.
It's really interesting. It's really, it's a kind of like a psychological study almost. It shows like the places these people go mentally.
The game mode's in Warlords.
Oh, okay. I wasn't even paying attention.
Yeah.
I know 4v4 is a thing, which I'm not interested in.
I didn't mind it.
I'll give it a shot, but it's just not why I bought the game.
Yeah, I mean, it also gives you exclusive rewards.
Yeah.
There are exclusive weapons you can only get.
It's like I don't ever spend much time in the Dark Zone.
Oh, yeah.
I've done some Dark Zone in Division 1. I've done, I think, other than the mission you have to do when they teach you about the Dark Zone in Division 2, I think that's the only time I've been in the Dark Zone.
Do you know what's the watch means?
Well, I know if it's orange, you're on mission, you're an activated division agent, and if it's red, you've gone rogue.
Did you pay attention to any of the seasons?
No. So they started the seasons kind of after I fell out of the game.
Okay.
Then when I came back, I'm way late into it.
Okay. Then I'm not going to spoil anymore. I'm not going to say no more, but what I can say is, Worlds of New York expansion fixed a lot of problems that I had with base Division 2. Messed around with a bunch of guns, and I'm building things. I'm thinking. It's got me doing my Destiny 2 style thinking.
And if you're a fan of the Division, make sure you check out the book.
I might.
So it's set during the events of Division 1, and you follow, I think they're either JTFs or they're division agents. I think they might be division agents. You kind of follow what happened between two of them, and it's kind of done through like echoes and recordings and whatnot.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like echoes. Echoes are really nice.
I got it on Amazon because or not Amazon, Audible, because they did like a work with Ubisoft on it, and so it's actually voice acted with sound effects and stuff.
Ooh, we like those. So we're on the good old Game Pass.
Well, we knew about the first one.
Yeah, no, I knew about both of these.
Oh, we knew about both.
So both of these games are stark contrasts of one another. One, you have beautiful hand-drawn storytelling, just beautiful art. And the other one, you have a strange sci-fi, do you know what just happened? No, I don't, type of stories between Pentiment and Somerville. Both games are good storytelling elements. I'm probably going to dig into both of these, honestly. Somerville has been on my radar for some time, and I'm glad that I get to play it. And Pentiment, I might play a little less, just because it seems like a Persona 5 of old-timey games, if that makes sense. It just feels like a game I'll climb into, enjoy for the first moment, but then just, I don't know. That one just seems very odd to me. But guess what, mother frickers? We're in the second half of November, and that means even more is going to be pushed until December. And these ones are pretty nice. Insurgency Sandstorm is going to be out on the cloud and console. Have you ever played Insurgency?
Nope.
Take a military shooter and make it even more realistic than that. Like, you don't get hit markers, the only thing you get is the line of sight. If you see the body drop, you don't know. You have no idea. People could be faking it. For cloud, console, and PC, Gungrave Gore.
Is this the new one, or is this the older one?
So this is a remaster. From what I've understood, this is a remaster of a Japanese release game. I'm excited for it just because I'm okay with Gungrave. The anime was one that I watched a long time ago, and having a game that kind of reminisces that, why not? Lappin, I'll talk about in a minute, but that will be released on cloud, console, and PC. Soccer Story. I don't know. This one kind of seems a little childish, but I'm just not a fan of soccer, personally. Some people like soccer, and that will be released on cloud, console, and PC. Over on console exclusively, no cloud gaming, is Norco, which I believe is a cartel.
I think it's Norco.
Norco? Did I say Narco?
Yeah.
No. My bad. Yeah. Norco, which I believe follows a cartel management sim with storytelling elements.
Interesting.
I'm not 100% on that. Don't quote me on that. I'll still have to look that one up. But if you're wanting a nice little money management simulator, Dune Spice Wars for PC, Ghost Lore for PC. I don't know anything about that, but I'll have to take a look. And if you're wanting a nice little tabletop role-playing game, but in Warhammer, Warhammer 40k Dark Tide.
I'm just waiting for us to get to the ability, because since the console can run a mouse and keyboard, I'm waiting for us to get to the ability through the cloud gaming that we can cloud game a PC game on the console.
Unofficially, someone has run Steam through a Series X.
What I'm more referring to is like this.
The
Dune Spice Wars game that's available to Game Pass through PC.
You want it available on your console.
I should be able to cloud that over.
I concur, but I'm talking someone worked hard on going through and messing with their Series X to be able to play Steam games on there. It doesn't run well because it's not meant for that. But I'm curious if over the course of time, it can.
How do you feel about the fact that you can't run Firefox or Chrome on an Xbox? They're not supported. They won't run.
I know. Neutral. It doesn't really bother me. The Edge runs fine.
Yeah, it's just it's such a weird thing to just be like, nope, you can't use this. So, for instance, I had a thought today, and so I was doing my research.
Okay.
And my concept was, well, first of all, you have a controller.
Yes.
But also you have the ability to hook up a keyboard and mouse.
Yes. Did we just do that all at the same time? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So why wouldn't you be able to, in theory, run Roll20 through your console?
I mean, yeah, sure. I don't see
The reason? Roll20 is only supported on Firefox and Chrome.
Okay.
Firefox and Chrome are not supported on Xbox.
That makes me wonder if Foundry is, because Foundry is direct connection. Because remember when we did the train one shot?
Yeah.
I'm curious if you can run that on the console.
So the it might. I don't know, but yeah.
Some beta testing needed, but that'll take up some time. That's why I had it smaller. Yeah, that's why I had it smaller. There we go. Now everybody's happy. Alrighty, skadoosh. So, Lappin, I'm a huge fan of Celeste, and I love the tight platforming controls. I'm not a big fan of platforming games. I'm not a big fan of it. But if I want a good puzzle platformer, that would be one that I would go to. And Lappin seems to be a continuation with a little bit of Lost Vikings, where you have to kind of figure out how to use 5 individual rabbits or one on their own to get the job done. And beautiful art, and from what I've heard of the music, beautiful music. This one seems like it's going to be a good one, and it was just released today on the 16th.
I don't like the human faces in here.
The human faces are a little odd, but I can forgive. I can forgive it with gameplay like this. It has nothing to do with the story, Quincy. How dare you?
What if it does, though?
The fact that they're humans in rabbit. Gotta go. Quincy, did you know milk comes inside a bag?
In Canada.
In Canada and India and I'm sure some other place. I'm sure maybe UK. But
I don't know what the whole thing is it's technically less plastic than a jug, I would assume. So is it better for the environment? Because if it is, then I can get behind the idea of doing it here.
I'm just gonna throw a straw at a turtle, cut the middleman out.
What are you gonna do? That turtle picks up the straw and charges you.
That's fine. I can outrun him. But there is a game that just strangely got a cult following very recently. This game was released August 26, 2020, a couple years ago. And out of nowhere, this game hits my radar like a fucking bat. It's called Milk Inside a Bag of Milk, Inside a Bag of Milk, Inside a Bag of Milk, Continuous. And it is supposed to be just a short story of a person living out their everyday life, just needing to get some milk and just make it through the day. And it really drives the idea that social anxiety can really hurt. There is a sequel to this that is going to be released strictly on the Switch, along with this game in a 2-pack. It is psychological horror. Do not go in. Don't go in expecting a beautiful visual novel. It is not. It is beautiful in a sense of mystere and macabre, but not in a sense of beauty. The end.
The whole thing is just odd to me. The images are odd. The name is odd.
Yeah,
it's all odd.
It's supposed to be uncomfortable. It's only 99 cents on Steam, so if you want to take... as said, this thing hit me like a bat. But another thing that kind of hit me like a bat that... I didn't know about this till we started looking up a few little last-minute things, and I immediately said, damn, I want this!
Yeah, I'm going to have to go downstairs and show Lauren this one when we're done here.
It is called Romancylvania.
Can you do some search also and see if it's just going to be PC?
Sure, I got you. I'm just gonna boop boop boop, boop. It was kickstarted. Let's see how much it made. I'm curious. Oh, there you go.
Sweet.
And on Switch. I like that.
Really weird that they just said Xbox. So they said PlayStation 4, 5, Switch, but just Xbox Series S.
No, just Xbox Series.
Or Xbox Series. So, but I mean, no Xbox One, which is interesting.
But team members from BioShock, Saints Row, and Percept. An interesting trio. Hot as Hades, funny as hell. I like this. This is a good one. I don't know what their goal was. Okay, they just barely broke their goal, which kind of feels odd to me. Because this is an amazing build here. They were only asking for 200,000, and they got 216,000. They just barely broke their goal.
This is one of the things. If I won the lottery, considering I haven't played the lottery in like 8 years, it's gonna be really difficult for me to win.
Yeah, but it's still there.
But if I won the lottery, I would go through Kickstart and GoFundMe for like a solid 3 days
and just
donate.
Well. I would read what their things are.
Of course.
First.
No,
yeah.
I'm not going to just donate to random shit. Next thing you know, I'm fucking buying someone.
Nope. I have a story for that, but I'm not.
You see?
There is some weird shit out there.
There's some weird shit out there.
Yeah.
But, oh, hey, I know what it's like to have dental problems and not have insurance and money. So that guy there whose fucking teeth are growing upward into his skull, here's $500. Or 1,000, or whatever.
Something to help him get moving.
This video game looks fun as shit, and I understand what it's like having a dream of something you want to do, but not having the finances to be able to do it.
Especially when it made me almost jump out of my seat because it is such a really good idea.
I can already tell you right now, I try to bang the pumpkin chick.
Yeah, they put it front and center. They put that pumpkin chick dead center. So it's let me see if I can paint all of this correctly. It is a Castlevania-like little Symphony of the Night, mixed in with a little bit of humor, some grim death and otherwise. Did our auto mod literally do that? I'm so sorry, Jasmine. I'll tweak Nightbot later. I don't know. I don't know why for 5, but it is a platforming. The Castlevania like. It's got the humor, kind of like what would you say? More similar to Dead Rising.
Sim.
Oh yeah, and then you got a dating sim mixed in, and then you have a tight platformer. This is a very interesting one that's going to be on my big.
Yeah, it doesn't let me do it either.
And you're a oh no, you're not a mod.
No, I'm not a mod. We never figured it out. Let me see if I'm gonna try to find the magical number.
Okay.
That one work?
Stop spamming emotes, and you got timed out.
What a rude bitch.
Yeah.
The freaking bot is nasty.
There, I untimed you out. I can do that. I can time out people, but I don't know how to. I'll figure it all out.
Right.
Yeah. I need to be reminded of things, because if I don't, I lose track of myself. But
staple sticky notes to your forehead. Got it.
Yeah.
Have you seen Everything Everywhere All at Once yet?
No, and I want to. Do not.
I'm not gonna.
Okay.
We finally watched it.
Okay. I heard it's super good.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, last week we watched it. It's not anywhere for free, so Jimmy rented it on YouTube, which is an interesting one to go through. But we watched it, and I had a realization. The main actress in it is a Bond girl. She was in Tomorrow, I do believe, with Pierce Brosnan.
Oh, it's Martin Rice.
And then the one playing her husband is Short Round from Indiana Jones, which also makes him.
Oh, that's right.
Also makes him Data from the Goonies.
Yes.
And they call him Double O Negative. Double O Negative got to kiss a Bond girl.
Okay.
I thought it was a fun moment.
Oh, there's a press kit. So there are people testing this game out. Okay, I might have to yell at them. I
yell at them.
Well, yell at them, because I would like to test this game out. I would love to test it out. I would love to give my 600%.
I think I found the magic number.
3. Yeah.
Either that or it's because I did channel emojis.
Kaboosh. Oh, Kaboosh.
I'm gonna end up looking out for this game. We might see how much this game costs when it comes to Xbox.
When they were talking about it, I believe it said for the digital, it's projected retail of 40.
Oof.
It's a little rough.
It's better than 60.
It's better than 60, and it seems like it's going to be a pretty big game.
Yeah.
And it says digital download Romance Mania on all these, but where? No series. Hang on.
It's there.
Wait, updated my digital romance. My digital romance will now include this. All previous so for $29 you get it.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay. That was the pre. Okay, so it was just a mistype, I guess. And a physical. Ooh. Okay. Skadoosh. So Sox and I played Smite for a minute. It was fine.
I played it for about 5 seconds.
Yeah,
I did it during the Nickelodeon thing.
Yeah, it's a very weighty, not so grandeur style MOBA. It doesn't feel good. It does not feel good at all. I played an assassin. I played Loki, and I was like, okay, cool. I can do interesting backstabs. Sing, sing, sing. Sing, sing, sing. I'm not. You're a tank. Okay, you killed me. Wait, why did a tank kill an assassin? And I was just having a harsh day. But RuneScape is going over there. I never would have thought RuneScape and Smite would have done this handshake.
I never thought RuneScape was going to make this much of a comeback.
Yeah, RuneScape. If you have a Twitch Prime account, you get every month a small little something to kind of keep you going. They usually give you a week of membership or some RuneScape Cash, and that stuff ain't cheap.
No, and there's a lot of things you can get through the Twitch gaming thing.
Yeah. 4 games every single beginning of the month.
Yeah, I never play them.
Yeah, but if you look at comparative to my Steam library compared to the Amazon Prime library, the Amazon Prime is catching up.
That's terrifying because I know what your Steam library looks like.
1,412 at last check, and I have not added too many, so it is just going to catch up over time. I have slowed down. I am now, as you can tell, I am working through my library, my backlog, very, very steadily. I played a couple games. I played Stellaris finally.
I'm not telling you have to.
I know, but it's good to do that. I want to play the God of War Ragnarok, but I'm waiting on it because 2 things. 1, I don't want to buy it now, and 2, I want to play it.
You can play it for 4.
Huh?
You can get on the 4.
I could, but
if I get it, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna go out and buy the 5 for it.
Yeah,
I know it'll look better, it'll function better, but the people that say that never want to offer me the $800 to buy the console.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? You're gonna buy it for the PlayStation 4? Don't you know it's better on the 5? Sure, give me the 5 money and I'll go buy it for the 5. Oh, now it's crickets.
Thanks, it has pockets.
Thanks, it has pockets.
Yeah. If you guys want to, throw some money at us, our Twitter pages have our emails. If you want to PayPal us the money.
Oh, they can buy me a coffee on my Twitter page.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, I still have to buy a coffee thing months ago.
Yeah, I need to add one. Well, I don't know. I'm neutral to those.
I thought it was a cool concept. I like that it's a thing.
Yeah.
But back to the backlog thing with games. Also, are you caught up on the God of War franchise? Because for me, I still have like 3 games to play.
I have 2.
I didn't play the one that predates this one.
These are the 2. Yeah, the remake. I watched a little bit of a Twitch streamer play it, and he was doing good with it, and I was like, oh, this looks really good. Like I was actually getting into the cinematic cutscenes and all that, and I was like, okay, I don't want to get spoiled. And then a little bit later, IGN decided to fucking put up a spoiler, a major spoiler for the ending of that game.
So I don't want to be that guy, but I do believe it's not a remake; it's a reboot. And I'm only saying that to clarify.
For God of War?
Yeah, the 2018 one. I do believe that's it doesn't. It's not a remake of the original games.
No, it's a continuation.
Yeah, because you said remake.
Did I?
Yeah.
I didn't mean that.
So it's just a reboot.
Yeah, no, it just keeps going. Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
So I played God of War.
Yes.
I played God of War 2.
Yes.
I think I started Betrayal.
That's the PSP one. I think that's PSP. No, it's the phone one.
Okay, so I did not do Betrayal. Chains of Olympus, I didn't do.
That's the PSP one.
That's the PSP one.
Yeah.
And then you got the collection when they brought it over. I think I might have started 3 and didn't finish it, but I'm not 100% sure.
3 is my favorite.
Ghost of Sparta, Origins Collection, and Saga. I haven't touched Origins Collection. I think is just the re-release, isn't it?
Oh, that I don't know none.
And I never did Ascension. So yeah, I have
What
it.
is Ascension?
PS3,
Oh, okay, yeah, that's another one that I didn't do then.
Yeah.
That was about the time when I was still doing my Killzone things, and I was like, oh yeah, Killzone, good game, ugug.
Yeah, I didn't do Ghost of Sparta, so that's a PSP one.
Yeah, I did that one, and then I broke my PSP. I snapped it in half.
Why?
The fucking screen started melting, and I got pissed off because it was when I was doing a really good Monster Hunter Freedom Unite hunt, and I actually got I was done with the game. I was good with it, and I was doing a really good hunt, and then it just started melting the screen, and so this was when I couldn't control my anger.
I never had the PSP.
It was an interesting concept.
Mm-hmm.
Vita did it way better, but having a full movie that was this big and being able to pop it in the back and watch a movie on the go. I had Final Fantasy Advent Children on it, and I was like, "Hey,
Wait, not Spirits Within?"
I swear to God.
First time I ever saw that was on cable.
They may not be able to see it,
No,
but
they
you
can.
can.
It's 100% visible right now.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
I was looking at it on the screen.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm looking through here. So yeah, I must have done 1 and 2 and not made it to 3 or Ascension because Betrayal, Chains of Olympus,
3's my favorite.
and
Thanks, Fast Pockets.
those are PSP games.
Yeah. Or phone.
Or phone, yeah. So I don't know if those are
I
technically
think
canon or not.
if what Quincy, they just halfway confirmed that
Yeah, fair point.
Sony All Stars.
Fair point. Well, what cool thing they did with Ratchet and Clank was they did Size Matters, which was a PSP game, and they actually ported it over to the PlayStation 2.
Yeah, they probably
the problem was
they probably did that with one of
little
these.
jank.
Of course. I mean, that's the same thing with.
It doesn't look like they did from what I can see.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, they did that with the Kingdom Hearts stuff.
Yeah.
With oh boy.
They made a lot of them movies.
Yeah, they made a lot
Which
of.
was a smart decision.
Yeah, because Chain of Memories. Oh, that was a slog of a game.
How do we get here from RuneScape?
Backlog.
RuneScape,
And,
yeah,
And I mean, I like RuneScape. It's fine, and I don't mind Smite, but this is just one of those very funny, ditzy things. The trailer is a lot of fun. They look like they got a lot of fun working at. That's it.
Did you know that they released a second God of War game during 2018?
No.
Call from the Wilds. It is a text-based game playable through Facebook Messenger. It was to promote the new game in 2018.
I might check that out because I actually like text-based adventures. I'll have to take a look at that.
I don't know if it's still around.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a text-based adventure. It doesn't use up much ability and server space. But Marvel Midnight Suns got yet another little tiny trailer, and the game kind of feels same but different, as we keep talking about. It feels very Fable-ish. It feels very... It feels bigger. Feels like it has some substance to it. No combat yet.
Well, we got combat in the gameplay that they dropped.
A long time ago, or
when they dropped the full blown reviewed gameplay, we got to see combat.
Yeah.
The combat actually looks pretty good. So it's the turn based, a lot like XCOM and whatnot.
Yeah.
But it is smart in the sense that your position to the enemies matter.
Yes.
And so you see Spidey, I think it is, like hit someone with one that's supposed to knock them back. And when it knocks them back, because he did it at the angle where they line up with the guy behind them, rather doing it from the original angle where they would have landed next to the guy, it actually hits that guy and knocks him over too.
Yeah.
And so the combat looks fine.
Yeah, combat.
It's turn-based, and so a lot of people aren't going to be into it. But I think it looks good. And I like XCOM. I liked the Eden game.
Yeah.
I think this will be fun.
And everybody looks like they're a little bubbly and nice. The only thing I don't like is this
weird
Mark 44
I
style.
also don't like Carol's hair.
They want to keep it pixie, and I don't mind it, but it looks like it's...
Looks like a pompadour.
It looks a little... I was about to say, it looks like she needs a comb.
Yeah.
But... Or,
she's going to flip out a cone.
Yeah, I was about to say, what's the matter, Shivani?
Yeah.
It's a comb. I like his character. Switching over to AEW for just 2 seconds. I like his character. I just don't like his wrestling.
I don't like the character.
It's very.
I don't like any of the characters going on that.
Oh, well, what about the human gorilla?
He's fine.
Okay, I was about to say.
He likes his hat.
And he's very strong. And apparently him and Kesnali are still hanging out backstage and having good times.
Ooh. So Midnight Suns dropped this new trailer. It gives us a little bit more of a feel. It's Welcome to the Abbey, which is set in like Salem, Massachusetts, which is really interesting because the gameplay was going on and the other trailers were all going on in New York.
Yeah, so this must be their respite,
Yeah,
and it talks about recruitment. It talks about a forge, which looks really fucking cool.
Yeah.
It talks about being able to mix magic with technology.
The only thing that sucks right now is like I'm looking to get this game, but there's 3 versions of it, ranging from the fucking 59 or whatever all the way up to 100.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't blow $100 on a game.
Not yet.
So that's out. And the other one's like 70 something. I'm like that
who-
may be out too.
Who is making this game again?
I don't remember.
Okay, well let's find out. Let's close out of this.
And you know, it's one of those things of like,
Oh, it's 2K.
That's
Hey, 2K. If you got some extra keys laying around.
you know, the old days of me pre-ordering games at GameStop comes back whenever a new game comes out like this. because I used to pre-order a game at GameStop for $5, and then every 2 weeks go in and put $5 down, $10
And it
down.
would be paid off by the time you pick it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you pre-order a game on Xbox, PlayStation, Amazon,
It just charges it all when it's ready.
you get charged now, the full price, done. And it's like, you'll sell more games, you'll make more money if you let people make payments.
Yeah.
Why do you think Walmart brought back layaway after getting rid of it?
Because they realized they weren't selling enough. But it's marketing. It's advanced marketing.
We're broke. Work with us.
Yeah, we like payment plans. Payment plans are comfortable.
I don't know why I thought I said peanut plans.
That too. If we could pay in peanuts, I would start a peanut plant. Because apparently peanuts are very versatile.
Listen, man, that's just nuts.
I
You know why elephants are great labor? They work for peanuts.
That one I already knew.
Moving on.
I'm allergic to almonds. Any more gaming things?
I don't think so.
But up, a lot of shoe news. And a revamp to some news that we already talked about before. The Puma Pokemon collection has released and ranged from styles and otherwise. A lot has sold out. A lot has sold out.
Because nerds rule the world.
Ranging anywhere between 30 or 25, I'm sorry, for the small T, all the way up to $180 for the Gengar limited editions.
I want that Gengar pillow that you like roll his tongue out for a blanket and you stick your head in his mouth.
I would love that one too. The messenger bag I was super keen for. Guess what? Sold out. Okay, well, what about the shoulder bag? Sold out. What about the start? Oh, sold out. Yeah, these are
They'd
selling.
be stupid not to do a second run.
Yeah, 130 for the child or the kid size of the Gengars. Guess what? Sold out.
They'd be stupid not to do another run.
And some of these aren't even released yet because it's, I believe, a week from now. Don't hold me on that. But some of these are also only sold through Puma.com.
No, not even Puma.com. App exclusive.
Oh, well, I don't know if it's... Well, yeah, maybe. It's just very weird that it would only be through an app rather than a web. But it's
Not
fine.
if you're trying to get the word out there that you have an app.
Fair enough. But even still, all this, there's very few product left. But keep an eye out. Hopefully they'll do a second run because, real talk, I kind of like that beanie. I like that coloring. Then again, I'm a sucker for soft shades. But, yeah, all this stuff is starting to sell out at an alarming rate comparative. But keep an eye out. Maybe I'll see something. Kadoosh. I hate these. I'm not even going to tell people what they are. Sorry.
So, thanks to Sneaker News' Twitter for this one, the Nike LeBron 20 Christmas. They are very vibrant. They are bright-ass green with a weird stitching going on. They've got a double swoosh.
It's ugly sweater, man.
Yeah. They've got a double swoosh going on. One's red. What's that? The underneath swoosh is like gray.
It's like an off gray.
They've got green holly leaves on the tongue and on the back of the shoe. They've got red holly leaves down on the bottom white portion of the shoe. And then they got some red on the inner parts of the shoe.
Yeah.
They're very bright, very ugly, very loud, very much going to sell out.
Yeah.
What's the clear thing on top there?
I don't know. It looks like the pump, but I'm like, well, Nike doesn't do the pump.
No,
so
that's on the tongue, and the pump goes on the tongue.
Yeah.
It's like some kind of lace ornament. I just can't tell what it's supposed to be.
Let's see if we can't get a zoom in. Looks like just a crystal.
Interesting.
If you could poke it and it had like lights sparking off the sides,
That'd be cool.
I'd be okay. I'd be a little more.
Or if it was like a mini snow globe.
Then you when you walk it shake. Okay. It all depends on what those are. I need to know what those are. I'm not gonna look it up.
I mean, those themselves may just light up.
Yeah. Skadoosh. Now these ones a little bit loud, but at least have the theme that goes with it. The Sour Patch Kids Steph Curry set is starting to make a return comeback. We talked about a earlier version of them, and this is pretty much wave 2 with the UA Curry one his own personal branded shoe that does indeed look like a bag of Sour Patch Kids got dumped out onto a table and melted for a while.
The holes in it, I feel like, are gonna set people off.
Oh yeah, the what is it? Atandophobia?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I don't either. But it's the thing of which is a skin condition that bacteria begins to grow at an alarming rate, and it looks like they burrowed in. Ugh! Icky pooey. But even still, it's not a bad looking shoe. It's very bright and vibrant, but it's not a bad looking shoe. It's badoosh. And the other one, this one's a little bit more Sour Patch oriented because it has their slogan sour then sweet. And you can see a few kids through this what would you call it, like skyscraper?
Yeah, it kind of looks like the side of a skyscraper.
Yeah.
Now, my concern is these are Sour Patch Kid shoes. Are these shoes going to suddenly kick someone in the nuts and then I have to be the sweet part?
Probably.
Oh, great.
Well, first they're sour, but yeah, I guess if the sweet is post-mortem, first they stab you in the kidney, and then then they donate a kidney.
No. First they sell your kidney, then they give you the proceeds.
Fair. But even still, another very vibrant shoe, a light blue. Oh my god, that's kind of cute.
Yeah.
I like the little on the insole of the shoe. It has an artist drawing of good old Curry with his. What team does he play for?
Oh, I don't remember.
Okay. Well,
I'm not good at the colors.
Yeah, I'm
blue
not.
and yellow. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's blue and yellow, but he's holding up a basketball with a little Sour Patch Kid, blue raspberry one, our favorite. Well, my favorite. Is it your favorite?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I realized buying them in the bag that is just them, it's not the same. You got to have them in a bag that's been with the other flavors. They taste different. In the bags that are just blue raspberry, they taste different versus being in a bag with all the other flavors. There's something about being around the other flavors that makes them taste better.
Really?
Yeah.
It's the citric acid, I guess. Let's go, douche. Guess what? More shoes.
Golden State Warriors.
Oh.
I never would have known that.
Kind of teaming with other news for later. We got Joker shoes, Reebok Jokers. Apparently these ones are a re-release, but with a little bit more of an update.
The style, the design, all of it is very much when we were in high school.
Yeah, and I'm not mad at it. It looks good. On one tongue, it has a beautiful, what is that? Calligraphy style J with a jester in the middle, while the other one has the Joker logo or face. And along the inside of the shoe, it has the ha-ha-has, and it's in a pretty nice-looking velvet purple.
Go back and look at the original Batman '89 movie, and all of his
Cards?
Joker trucks and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of having this Joker logo or the other Joker logo, it's actually full-blown the Joker in the comics face.
Oh. And then it has this very interesting, toe area. Like
corduroy.
it looks like corduroy.
Yeah.
But I'm not mad at that. It looks good.
I probably wouldn't wear these, but they are very interesting.
If they were inexpensive, I probably would. And also, the soles of the shoes glow in the dark.
Lauren has a pair of Joker chucks downstairs, but they hurt the shit out of her feet.
You got to wear them out. You really have to wear them out.
She's also got foot problems.
That's right. What is it, plantar fasciitis? Yeah. Yeah, that's something in our family. Skadoosh. I hate butterscotch.
These are Werther's, though. Look at that. That's
they are
definitely a Werther's.
But Werther's aren't butterscotch.
Yes, they are.
Are they?
Mm-hmm. Werther's does butterscotch, and they do caramel. They do both.
Okay.
So
then it's a caramel that I'm
the hard candy ones. Those are the hard candy ones. Those are butterscotch.
For the listeners on that weird, awkward pause, Quincy just made a circle with...
I was trying to make a fucking oval to say the hard candy.
And he tried doing the circle game, and I decided to punch drunk him and just throw my hand down like that, instinctively, mind you. It was not...
What year are we in?
It's not malicious, Quincy. But moving on, these shoes actually look pretty good for a New Balance shoe, of all things.
A dad shoe.
That's what I was about to say. It's
oh my god, it's a grandpa shoe because it's Werther's.
Good night, everybody. But this is actually a pretty nice looking shoe. It feels a little golf shoe-ish. A little.
I feel like it's a little chunky for that, but I guess I can kind of see what
Like
you're
if you put frickin' what do they call them? The stuff on the bottom of the shoe.
Cleats.
Cleats. Thank you.
I was watching Simpsons the other night. They got in a fight like a shoe store. They're throwing shoes around. Oh, it's Milhouse and Bart are staying overnight in the mall, and they're like throwing shit at each other. And Bart takes a fucking golf cleat to the back of the head. It's like, no cleats, and has to pull it out.
I've watched a soccer player just get kicked in the ribs by a dude with cleats, and I'm just like, scud douche. This last one is a concept, but these are actually really nice.
The guy's Instagram is the next tweet down once you scroll.
Andu.c on Instagram.
Yep. There's a bunch of concept ones on his Instagram page. This one is a vintage rice sack.
Yeah, and these are the Dunk originals, but painted up like that. These look good.
No, these look really good.
Normally, the one that was the old newspaper reel one that we talked about maybe 100 episodes ago, those look good to me. I love that style of just print press, but made into a article of clothing. It looks good to me. I don't know why it just triggers that little tingle in the side of my brain. I would wear these. I would wear the shit out of these. I would keep them clean as best I can, but then again, if it got a little dirty, it would add an essence to it. It wouldn't sully the shoe. And I love that in these. All right, on to movie. So we just Quincy just watched the trailer to John Wick Chapter 4, and a lot of big actors popped up into it. March 24th, 2023. What's your
It looks interesting. I'm still a little iffy on it, so I really dug the first one.
Yes.
Really dug the first
Oh
one.
yeah, the first one, goddamn amazing movie.
Really dug the second one.
Neutral the second one.
Third one,
Amazing.
I really like parts of.
It has its slowdown moments, but I feel like it needs it.
The finger thing, just for things to go the way it does, feels like a whole waste of a chunk of time in the movie. If we were going to have the outcome be what it was, then why did we even waste the time on the other thing? And then the fact that he does the finger thing.
But
and spoilers, I'm sorry, John Wick 3, spoilers.
Okay, hold on. How about the bathroom scene?
I don't remember the bathroom scene.
And I think that's 2. Never mind then.
I mean, it's got good fight scenes. You got the whole thing with him fighting the people up in the office in the Continental with the swords and whatnot. You got Lance Reddick getting involved. But if the finger thing, doing the finger thing really pisses me off too, because everything that this whole fucking thing started. John Wick 1, everything happened because of his love for his wife and what was taken from him. Because his wife dies, she buys him a puppy, and the puppy gets fucking killed.
You killed John Wick's dog?
That's why all of this goes down the way it does. And then in 3, he lets them chop off his fucking ring finger and keep his goddamn wedding ring.
Well, a bit of a spoiler, but okay.
I said spoiler.
I know. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I said spoilers. Sorry, spoilers coming. And the fact that also we're talking about the 4th movie, and
Yeah.
you were warned.
Yeah, you were warned, and they're all out there.
It's piss off.
Yeah, huh?
It's piss off.
It's a piss off. But I have faith for this movie being both entertaining and hopefully a good conclusion.
Yeah, the fight scenes are going to be fucking amazing. I don't know if it's going to be a conclusion or whatnot, because we still got the ballerina coming out.
Well, a conclusion for John Wick.
Yeah, well, he's going to be in that.
Well, as far as
for
his job.
Yeah, my whole thing is this just
Goddamn.
my whole thing is is this just gonna be like, okay, finally we're back to okay terms where you were in the first movie, or what? Like, I don't know. It'll be,
get another dog.
I'm definitely down. He did already.
Get another dog.
I'm definitely down for the fight scenes. I'm just curious about the story elements. That's where
yeah.
That's where I'm a little.
Donnie Yen's in it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's a lot of good actors in it. Donnie Yen's in it. You got Bill Skarsgård. You got Clancy Brown. You got. I can't remember his name.
Fishburne.
Yeah.
Lawrence
I
Fishburne.
was talking. He played Scorpion in the new
Mortal
Kombat. I can't think of his name.
Yeah, Hiroyuki.
Yeah. So I mean, you got You got a good cast. The story elements.
You're
I'm curious.
worried. Yeah, that's fair.
We'll see where it goes.
Yeah. Let's go, douche. Just a couple Funko Pops we were going to talk about. A 5-pack of the entire band of The Cure.
I love Robert Smith in this.
Yeah. I mean, it is Robert Smith. One that looks shockingly like you, Mr. Roger O'Donnell.
I'm curious. I don't know what O'Donnell looks like outside of Funko version, so I gotta look.
I mean, so this is my major problem with certain Funkos. If you don't have something like what Reeves has, what Robert Smith has, something that makes you stand out, because you've got the kind of, yeah, you got kind of the same chin. Yeah,
We're just two white guys with long hair. I don't have the long hair anymore.
Yours grows like wheat. But go check them out if you have a fan of The Cure and maybe a small like for Funko Pops. I've slowed down drastically.
I don't buy them anymore, although I might get this for one.
Really?
She loves Robert Smith and The Cure.
Oh yeah. This one.
I sent her the screenshot. You sent me the next one,
yes.
And I immediately replied with this because I only had it already because I had sent it to Lauren.
So this next one, remember I told you I didn't buy Funko Pops anymore?
Yeah.
That's only because they're normal size. This is a big one.
With a little one.
With a very little one. The Sentinel from X-Men. That is my favorite characters. I love the Sentinels. When they were introduced in the 90s cartoon, I wanted that fucking $35.
And you haven't watched Days of Future Past?
No.
It's all about the Sentinels.
I know.
They don't look like this.
I know they don't. That was the screen cap that I got later on.
I think the very first one, when they're in the past, does.
Okay, but even still, this is beautiful. I love how he looks. And the Chase one that has like all these beautiful blacklight accents to it, I am a huge fan of. I could see spending the $20 for the big one. Hopefully it's not a limited one because it's a preview for I believe a toy convention, and I'm hoping it doesn't stay that way. I'm hoping these get a full release because I would love to get that blacklight one. How big are they?
They're huge.
Oh, they're huge.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, they're massive.
Just as long as they
One of them grabs somebody. I won't say who.
Thank you.
One of them grabs somebody and just. It's not who you're thinking.
Okay. Wait. So it's a perma?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then they look like that later on.
Oh, a little Ultron-ish.
Yeah, but that's in the future.
Yeah.
Which is close to how they kind of looked in the comics too.
Yeah, I know, but I like the 90s cartoon one.
Well,
the 90s cartoon.
Let me rephrase. How they looked in the Days of Future Past comic.
Yes.
Sentinels are a thing throughout X-Men comics, period.
Yes, they are. It's just the 90s show really cemented it in. Having them get mulched in the fucking... Oh my god. That looks cool. Watching the one get mulched every single time you hear that amazing opening theme. Good shit. Skadoosh. I hate you, but I'm now curious because you got me angry. Are you gonna buy them?
Oh, dude, I thought about it. I really did, because I'll eat Spam. So for the listeners, this is Spam limited edition figgy pudding, flavor of spice and everything nice. Ingredients. Click on this fucking photo and blow this motherfucker up. Ingredients. Pork with ham. Immediately. What? Sugar, water, salt, modified potato starch, spices, natural flavor.
You want me to say
sodium.
that word? Because that is the word that will cover the pork.
Sure.
The propylene glycol.
Yeah.
It covers up everything. Well, maltodextrin also does it, and gum arabic kind of keeps the shape. The propylene glycol will change that flavor of pork
Look at it.
into... I hate it. Oh, I hate it. It's a fucking charcuterie board? Why?
Wait till you see how they used it for cooking.
Actually... Okay, well, the kebabs are a bit weird. But having it as a mince... as like a halfway between mince and a mince pie?
So I actually like Spam.
Neutral. I've only had it once and I don't remember it.
Downstairs hates it, and there's no way I'm eating an entire can of Spam myself.
Because that is say like 90%. Yeah, one more over. What is the sodium level? That's not too bad. And it's 12 servings. Never mind. You're right.
Yeah, and that's per every 2.
Yep.
So 6 of that.
Oh God, I would have the sweats.
My grandmother used to slice it thin and fry it, and we would do fried sandwiches.
Yeah.
Pan fried, not deep fried.
And I work with a whole bunch of Hawaiians, Filipinos. They'll do
spam wasabi?
Musubi.
Yeah, fucking great.
Yeah, musubi's great.
I love it.
I just don't like seaweed, so I just remove the seaweed. I just don't like the super saltiness of it.
There's a Hawaiian food place we get food from, and they've got it in a soup, and I've always wanted to try that. And the one time I ordered it, we get all the way home. And this was back when we had to like walk everywhere because we were living in the apartment and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Get all the way home and we open it up. It's one spam musubi instead of the soup, and I'm like,
I paid for this.
That's not. It is a big price difference. It's like a $4 difference, and I'm like, okay. I'm not walking all the way back. It's winter. It's cold.
Oh.
And whatever. So I had one spam musubi as my dinner, which is not dinner.
See, luckily, I mean, but the difference between you and I, even if it's cold out, even if it's blistering hot out, just give me my headphones. I will make the walk to fix any altercation. I will go and get my food if I'm wanting food.
I was a very tired man.
Yeah, I'm still tired, but
it says it's fully cooked, ready to eat.
No, I don't. If you buy,
don't leave it yet. Don't leave it yet. Mm-hmm. Don't leave it yet. So it's $10 for 2 cans.
Yep. That means you would need to eat both cans because you don't want to waste food.
And you gotta try it hot and cold. The only way I could see doing this is if someone was eating it with me.
Okay. All right, Quincy, you purchase it. I will.
Also, just so you know, the link for this that I sent you is 100% my affiliate link.
Oh.
I opened it up on thing, and I was like, send the link, and it was like, affiliate link? I was like,
I'll put it. You know what? Just for that, I'm gonna put this link in the description if someone wants.
There you go. If someone wants to buy fucking spam figgy pudding, it's so weird. I don't even think I've had figgy pudding.
I've had figgy pudding twice. Once at a Marie Callender's and once at a Coco's. Both times were fine. I finished it. It was fine, and it didn't do anything for me. It just.
I wonder if my brother would eat this with me. He likes spam.
I said I'll eat it. Next up on the list, these ones I would actually enjoy trying because I actually like both of these products. Having them combined really makes sense.
So I've had a Twinkie with peppermint in it, but I've never considered a Twinkie as a candy cane.
So I am a sucker for the chocolate mint candy canes.
The Hershey ones?
The Hershey ones.
Yeah, those are
or even the off-brand ones, because they don't really fuck up too bad.
Yeah, a lot of them are like chocolate flavored, though, and that's where I go.
I love peppermint. The feeling on the back of my tongue, it gives me that really crisp flavored feeling where I'm just like, oh, okay. I now can feel the back of my throat. I can breathe clear. There's nothing obstructing it. Whenever I'm sick, I try and eat a little peppermint to see if I am getting sick. That's how my usual tell is if I eat peppermint and I don't get that flavor, I immediately stock up on freaking vitamin C, zinc, elderberry, what have you, and I fight off a cold. This, I worry if it gives me that feeling, but also the flavor of Twinkie.
Well, that's the thing. It's
Twinkie cream
flavored candy cane, so I don't think there's anything peppermint about it.
Yeah.
I think it's just Twinkie flavored.
But it just it strikes me odd if it does do that though. If it makes the back of my throat be like, hey, you're not getting a cold, but also weird.
Ask him about the Twinkie. Ghostbusters.
Oh. Shh.
You
smell that? You ruined my line. So we had a passing just as soon as the episode last week rolled over, and we are mourning the loss of the Benefacto Batman, at least one of the two that I consider. He's
the voice of Batman.
He is the voice of Batman.
Without him, there is no voice of Batman. He will always be what I picture. He's the voice of Batman.
And
he's what I hold everyone else to when I critique.
Yeah. The other one that I kind of roll around with, just because of who it is Adam West.
Yeah, I mean, Adam West was great. I love Adam West. I love the show. I own the whole fucking thing.
Yes.
My Batman's Michael Keaton.
Yeah. Well, the only problem I have with Michael Keaton is...
That's not his fault.
I know. But I...
What's worse? Or bat nipples.
They're both bad. They're both bad. It's picking the
both
lesser.
bad.
There's no lesser of two evils when they're both.
Bat.
They're both bad. But yes, Kevin Conroy passed away, and a little bit of a subject that I wanted to ask, and I said, you know what, we'll save it for the episode. What is your favorite '90s Batman episode?
That would be Heart of Ice.
Heart of Ice? Heart of Ice is a good one. I saw that we had talked about that on Twitter for a brief moment when after his passing. My favorite would probably be, what is the deputy's name?
Bullock?
Bullock. Bullet for Bullock.
Okay.
It really goes into detail of just lack of better words, a bumbling cop who isn't so bumbling, but he's doing his best every single time. And, I mean, both of those episodes, if you can get your hands on them, what was it, HBO Max?
HBO Max has the full run.
Yeah.
They are not in order.
So,
A few more episodes I would suggest. Over the Edge.
what's that one?
So, during a fight with the Scarecrow, Barbara Gordon, Batgirl, is killed.
Oh!
Commissioner Gordon runs a raid on the Batcave, calling him Bruce. They're being chased. Nightwing gets arrested trying to get shit from his apartment. It becomes this huge thing where there's a fight on top of a building, and Batman falls to his death. Just for, and big spoilers, big spoilers, Barbara to wake up. She's been under a fear toxin the entire time, and we're seeing her nightmare.
Oh, her nightmare is everybody
The Bat family falling out and whatnot,
and her real family falling out,
and her real family and whatnot. So that one's good. Mad Love, the introduction of Harley Quinn.
Yeah, Mad Love's a good one.
Well, so technically she's around before Mad Love, but Mad Love's her story.
Mad Love's a good one. What was the one with the girl who can't age?
You talking Ace? The card one?
No, the girl with the pigtails that uses the doll with the gun in it.
Yeah. I don't remember.
Dolly.
Yeah, I don't remember what episode that is.
Okay, well, in short, that one's sad. That one's real fucking sad.
Adventures of the Grey Ghost. That one actually has Adam West.
Really?
Yeah, so he's voicing the Grey Ghost, which was the essentially Batman. That it was the TV show Bruce watched when he was a kid with his dad.
I need to watch that one.
That one's great. If you haven't seen that one, that one's great.
That one will probably be one that I watch tomorrow after all the appointments are done. Oh my gosh.
Nearly Got Him is a great one. That is Joker, Killer Croc, Penguin, and Poison Ivy playing cards, talking about the times they almost got Batman.
There's a lot of these ones I have not seen.
I could talk about this show for fucking hours.
And what I've seen, I could also.
My forte into podcasts about 8-9 years ago, give or take. I had picked up the job I'm doing now, and I was like, I need something to consume while I'm driving.
Yeah.
I hadn't started my Audible membership yet. I was honestly ripping MP3s from YouTube about books.
Huh?
Yeah. And Lauren tells me Kevin Smith has a podcast. Yeah. Well, I fucking love Kevin Smith. What is it?
Batman does Batman.
It's something about Batman. Fatman on Batman. And the beginning of that show, the show changed. It's now a Fatman Beyond. Because it's him and Mark Bernardin talking nerd news and stuff.
Yeah. I can appreciate that.
But initially, it's him interviewing people like Kevin Conroy. There's Kevin Conroy interviews in there. Yeah. Interviewing the original voice of Harley, whose name escapes me. Interviewing Tara Strong.
Tara Strong does a really good one.
Interviewing all these fucking people, talking to them about Batman. He interviews Greg Capullo. He interviews the lady that started the Wayne Foundation, which was a charitable organization to stop human trafficking of children. And he's like, the fucking name, it's Batman, you know. That was the start of my podcast addiction that would eventually one day lead to me wanting to do my own. And so yeah, there's some fucking gold in there.
Hey,
he also
Quincy,
does.
How come you don't start a podcast?
Yeah, I really should. He also does commentary for some of the Batman movies. I think he did commentary for Batman and Robin that you can link up. It's him and
Kevin or
Kevin.
Oh well,
Kevin Smith.
Smith, okay.
It's him and Mark Bernardin doing it, but I think the whole time they make jokes and don't actually talk about the movie at all.
So they do a riff tracks of it.
Not even
it's just them just shitting.
There are a few scenes where they are because they're like, this is the worst fucking Alfred ever. Not because the actor plays him badly, but because he lets everybody into the fucking Batcave.
Because, let's face it, Alfred would know who deserves to be in there.
Dick Grayson makes it in there, despite him trying to prevent it. He totally gives his fucking niece the thing that allows her to get in there. Fucking Two-Face and Riddler get in there and blow it the fuck up.
That one is a bit weird.
They fucking clobber them when they're pretending to be trick-or-treaters.
Yeah, I recall.
So yeah, it's fun listening to them talk about it, but it's not like traditional commentary. But yeah, so another one would be On Leather Wings, which is Man-Bat.
Okay, that one I've seen.
That's a really good one.
That one got me a little...
That one's fun. Outside of Batman the Animated Series, Kevin Conroy continued to voice the character. So it's Batman the Animated Series and Superman the Animated Series both ran at the same time.
Pretty parallel.
And they did have crossovers.
Yes, it did.
In fact, there's a point where Batman meets Superman, and Superman's looking at him and goes, Bruce Wayne. And he goes, you peaked. Because he X-ray vision. So then the next thing is Clark at home gets a phone call from Lois, and she has to cancel because she's now going to dinner with Bruce Wayne. And he's like, what the fuck? And he looks out the window and uses his supervision to see Batman across the street just with binoculars and like, hi, Clark Kent. And so it does that, and then they built, it's Bruce Timm, it's Paul Dini. Paul Dini is also on Batman. He's the creator of Harley Quinn.
Oh, yeah.
And it's Bruce Timm, it's Paul Dini, it's all these guys that went through and they created this entire animated universe. So then they rolled over into the Justice League and the Justice League Unlimited, which is still Kevin Conroy whenever Batman's around, and Batman Beyond, which is Kevin Conroy playing old Bruce Wayne. It's still him, which he actually got to play Bruce Wayne one time in live action. It's during the Infinite Crisis in the Arrowverse. They go to a universe where Batman has to have full-on robotic stuff to support him because he's just so beat the fuck up, and it's Kevin Conroy. So you got to play him live action one time.
He seems like such a real
he was great
person.
You want to check out one of the last things he did? He also does the Arkham games, not Arkham Origins, but the other three.
Yeah.
You want to check out a great Kevin Conroy thing for this year's DC Pride? He wrote a story in it addressing how he was treated in Hollywood being a gay man.
So, I didn't know he was gay.
Yeah, I didn't either. He was open about it, but it just wasn't one of those things that
nobody. I mean,
it wasn't his defining thing to him.
Right, he was a good person in total. Whether or not he was gay, we didn't really look into. We didn't know he was. Was he married?
I don't know if they ever got married, but he did have a partner.
Oh.
That was around when he passed. When you look it up on on Wikipedia and whatnot, it just says that they've been together. No one knows how long, but yeah, there is a whatnot.
Okay, I had no clue.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a good story that's in there. So you get to see how he was treated, which is sad to see.
Yeah.
But then he discovered it's called Finding Batman, and basically how he was a gay actor in Hollywood and no one wanted anything to do with him, and then he became Batman. So interesting stuff.
I just remember that comic on Twitter.
Oh, right.
God, there's a tweet of a comic where Batman is meeting Commissioner Gordon, and he writes a note, and it says, "Sorry, I lost my voice." Oh man, the feels are real with that one.
If you want to check it out, I do have it liked on mine, but you're going to have to sift through a sea of Kevin Conroy stuff. He's
been melting it up, and I've been liking his posts. But just having it relevant to my mind. Of course, Commissioner Gordon says, "Sorry for your loss, friend," but and of course, inside of his head, he says, "Yeah, me too."
Yeah.
Whew. All right.
Kevin's got a great story when he's being interviewed by Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
He's running late for he's got to be at the recording booth. It's 5 a.m. It's dark out in L.A.
Yeah.
And he's stopping to put money, not put money, put a letter out in the mailbox.
Okay.
And he says there's a bundle of rags next to it that suddenly a voice comes out, "Hey man, you got any spare change?" And he's like, "Oh no, I'm sorry, I don't." And the guy goes, "Wait a minute, I know you. You're Kevin Conroy. Do the voice." And he's like, "Okay." And he's like, this is one of his first times being recognized as the voice of Batman. So "I am vengeance, I am the night, I am Batman." And the guy just goes nuts. And he's like, it was really warming to him. He's like, this homeless guy who's asking for money that I don't have to give him, got super ecstatic just for me doing the voice. It's freaking insane.
Yeah.
He also talks about it. I think it was post 9/11. He was cooking at like a big thing with all these people, and one guy's talking to him in the back, and he's mentioning he's an architect, and he goes, "What do you do?" And Kevin's like, "Oh, I'm a voice actor." He goes, "I knew I recognized the name. You're him." And he like swings the door open and yells out to everyone, "Hey guys, Batman's cooking for us!" And they're like, "Bullshit! Have him do the voice." And he's like, "All right, fine." So back in the kitchen, "I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman." And the whole room, "Holy crap! It is Batman!"
I mean, yeah, I would have loved that.
I mean, and without changing anything, we didn't even change anything. I've got a Batman the Animated Series piggy bank right here. Over in the corner over there is a Batman plush doll from the animated series. I mean, this show is a big thing. I've got parts of it on DVD. I don't have the full run. It's one of those things. They came out with this beautiful box set that came with a little Funko that I was gonna get, and I never ended up buying it. But
there's a Harley here.
yeah. But this right here is one of the ones that I really like because it actually is from '94. It's an original run of the piggy bank. His ear's a little.
Yeah, the voice will never be the same.
No.
Nolan is a good VO. I like Nolan, but he will never.
Troy did good.
Troy did good.
Whoever did Origins, I'm not sure who did Origins. They did
think
good.
Troy.
No, Troy did Joker and Origins.
Troy did Joker?
Yeah.
I thought he did both.
He did a great fucking Joker.
Batman VO in Origins. No. Who voiced Batman? Oh, Roger. Okay.
Yeah, he did it really good. And that was because they were trying to do younger. Because it was supposed to be like when he's first starting out, that you have a moment where he's like starting to get a little gruffer, and Alfred goes, "Sir, your voice." Yeah, I love that photo. And also because Kevin was doing Arkham Knight at the time.
Oh, okay.
Both games were being worked on at the same time. It's funny, he talks about how he was doing a thing at Comic-Con, and someone goes, "So, are you back to voice Batman for the new Arkham game?" And he's like, "Has that been announced?" And they're like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Oh, well then, yes, I am." And they're like, "Oh, cool, Arkham Origins." And he goes, "Arkham Origins?" And they go, "What game are you talking about?"
Yeah.
And he got a phone call from like the head of Warner Brothers, who was like, "You are in serious breach of contract right now. You do not get to go to Comic-Con anymore if you want to stay voicing Batman." And
the sweat just dripping off of his forehead.
he spent a lot of time talking to them and convinced them to let him continue going, but he basically had a moderator there who would come up and be like, "You can't talk about that. You can't talk about this.
Yeah.
You can't talk about that." The kind of thing that they need to put on Tom Holland for the Marvel movies.
To be fair, it was an off the wall question that the answer he didn't think it through. And I can side with Tom Holland.
Have you seen the video of him doing press with Benedict Cumberbatch?
Yes.
And Cumberbatch, he's having to go, "You can't answer. Don't ask him that."
But there was one that had the moderator where it was just wham, just slap right in the chest. I don't know who it was, but
I cannot suggest enough to anybody that if you want one of the biggest and best universes, it's going to be a pain in the ass to watch in order because even the DVDs aren't in order. I own some of the DVDs of Batman the Animated Series, and they're not in order. But watch that whole universe. Justice League Unlimited is fucking phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
And then it does, pretty much if Kevin Conroy is voicing it, it's canon to that universe. Some of it isn't him voicing it and it's still canon, but there's a big universe there in the DC animated that far outdoes anything they've ever done live action when it comes to a universe.
The real good voice of Batman. Badoo. So a figure that Quincy showed me, and I said I kind of want to talk about it just because it looks very unique.
I love the different options.
Yeah, the different options, the sweatpants. What we're talking about is the Mafex, Mafex, Spider-Man, Peter B. Parker. What does B stand for?
Ben.
Oh, right.
But Peter B. Parker, because this is from not Batman, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
So we had so many different Peters that they had to reference them.
Okay, fair enough.
Peter B. Parker, which is the one that comes over from the other universe, not the one that... Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
the one that always gets back up is the other one.
Okay. So, a lot of different parts that kind of come with this. 4 different heads. One of him wearing no mask, one with mask, one with a puzzled, grizzled-ish,
Kind of squinty.
squinty look, and then one with a half mask.
Yeah.
And then you have different pants. Yes, you heard me, pants. You either get the sweatpants that you can put on. It seems like it just goes right over his suit.
So what it is first of all, he wasn't in full costume when he got sucked into the dimension.
Mm-hmm. So he picked up stuff.
He was laying on bed trying to eat a pizza when he
Ah.
got sucked in. But also, they kind of make jokes because he's not a Spider-Man in his prime. He's a Spider-Man that's having a lot of issues. He don't fit in the pants,
Yeah, don't fit in the pants.
so he's wearing sweatpants.
And it comes with a cup of coffee.
I love the cup of coffee, slice of pizza, a bunch of
And-
different webs.
Bunch of different webs, a discarded mask that you can have in hand,
Yeah.
different feet,
Yeah,
like
different feet, and then the shoes because
The
he has
shoes.
mismatched shoes in the movie.
yeah, $75 through Hobby Link Japan. See if you can't find it cheaper.
Yeah,
if
this
you're
is a
looking for it.
reissue, so I'm sure you can find another one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Medicom made it. This is a really good figure. $75 seems worth it.
Yeah, and then it also comes with the jacket that he wears.
I kind of want to look at this one real quick. Hold on. There's another Into the Spider-Verse figure that caught my attention. I'm just gonna go down a slight rabbit hole if I can.
Did you watch the '90s Spider-Man show at all? The cartoon.
Oh fuck yeah!
I loved that. And one of the things that always really stuck with me is the fact that he has a gargoyle he sits on, a lot like what he's sitting on here, but but he calls the gargoyle Bruce, and I always thought it was funny because to me it made a Batman connection.
Ooh, okay. Yo, this website got some fire figures.
Oh yeah, I like the smiles.
Oh, the shoe looks so articulated. Yo.
Wonder what their Gwen's like. Right there.
Right.
Oh, it comes
Like
with
a Spider-Ham.
Spider-Ham. Peter Porker.
I like it.
Yeah, that's good, Gwen. I love the ballerina shoes. Or the dancer shoes.
Yeah. And not much articulation to the Spider-Ham, it seems. Let's see what he gets. Oh, no. Spider-Ham gets a few things. I think. Oh, yeah. No, different heads. The camera.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how that's working out, but interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Aw.
That's cool. So in the comics, those two become a thing at some point.
Oh, nice.
She lost her Peter in her universe
Yeah.
instead of her being the lost one that, how Peter loses Gwen. Yeah, I got some cool stuff. So yeah, this is the one we were originally talking about is a re-release. So you might be able to find the other version. I don't know if you'll be able to find it cheaper, but you'll probably be able to find it locally rather than doing Hobby Link Japan.
Yeah. This is like whoever
Set these
up did really good work. Because then you got the and whoever made these, because you got the fingers doing like an actual grounding, so that way you have them doing an actual pose. You can have them do like the actual Spider-Man pose. That's fucking cool. I'm sorry.
That's one thing I like to give props to Andrew Garfield on. So he studied the way spiders walked for his climbing motions, and I really like that. I like the fact that he took the time to do that.
Skadoosh, finally on our list. I think we kind of hinted at this.
We might have. We were
'Cause
iffy on talking about it because this was the original look we got, and this felt very NFT.
Yeah, this felt very NFT, and we didn't know what it was, and then we heard that it was selling something, and we just didn't get the full benefit of it. And luckily, and lo and behold, a beautiful shop, backtothefuture.shop, has a lot of really nice products being worn by Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd, with their own design choices. Like someone else did them.
So these are ideas they had. I don't think they sat down and drew them and did
not.
that. But these are ideas they had.
Yeah, and I assume they got work. Yeah, they got help
If
from.
you go back up just a little bit. There's a nice quote right here from Michael.
This collaboration is for the fans. We kept hearing they wanted more options to celebrate their Back to the Future devotion, and we thought these items were perfect. Enjoy it. Heavy.
There was
Michael
also
J. Fox.
There was also a tweet from Christopher
Mm-hmm.
who talked about the fact that he feels that they've had the best fans, like how lucky they are because the fans of Back to the Future are just like the greatest fans, the way they treat everybody, yada yada yada.
Yeah, you're one of them.
Yeah. That's actually kind of in camera. The Back to the Future thing you got me for Christmas.
And so like how this was like their kind of way of giving back to the fans was here's something new for you.
Yeah, and a lot of really nice designs. At Doc and Marty T, where they're doing the whole chest to back, looking at their watches. Beautiful pose and beautiful coloring. It seems like they really diluted it, brought it into like a sepia tone, and really painted it up. Their autographed out of time poster with the exact pose I was telling you about, $500, signed. Guess what? No, you can't. Sold out. Sorry, can't do it.
The autographed McFly vest is still in stock, though,
Still
at $350.
$350. I think there might be more of those.
I think the big thing also is it's one signature.
Yeah.
And what I find really interesting is that they keep saying it's McFly signed. So I think he signed it as McFly, not as...
So the Michael J. Fox is down here, and then I think the Marty McFly might be up top.
Okay, I see.
So both signatures, one person. Some really good This Is Heavy t-shirts. The original, just the puffy jacket itself, and Out of Time with the DeLorean looking fan-fucking-tastic.
Future's what you make it.
1.21 gigawatts. Nobody Calls Me Chicken. The
Chapman of the Sea Dance.
Yeah. A McFly hat. The Out of Time hat.
So this is one of the shirts I want right here. The 1.21 gigawatts with
Doc Brown
freaking out.
Yeah. That's a classic image.
And I was thinking it is gigawatts because it was supposed to be gigawatt, but they didn't know how to spell it.
Ah.
Or wait, no. Sorry.
Other way around?
Other way around.
Okay.
Yeah. 1.21 gigawatts. What the heck is a gigawatt?
Okay.
And then the Out of Time hat.
The Out of Time hat.
I love the Out of Time hat.
Yeah. And this is a good effort. This is fine and fair. They seem to have a wanton.
Is this everything? Because when I first looked at it, I looked through all of this, and then I found out there was a more button. Because there's a coffee mug too.
There it is. More products. Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
It was just one.
Just the one. But it's a Marty McFly coffee
It was
mug.
hidden. They need to unhide it.
Right? Like, it's just the one thing. Load it. Because, like, people are missing. Although now $25 cup I can probably get when I get paid.
Yeah.
Because nobody else has seen it.
Yeah.
Until now. Crap.
Yeah.
We just alerted the internet.
But
That's a beautiful top. And I wasn't worried at first it was going to be NFTs, which I have a story to tell you about a company that contacted me about essentially NFTs and the conversation I had with the head of this company and my thoughts on everything. He asked for my advice, and I straight up told him, I will give you my advice to understand I am not attacking you or shitting on your company. You want to know what would stop me from buying, so I'm going to lay it out. And we actually had an adult conversation and whatnot. It was really interesting.
Okay, I'm curious. But I think that's all we have for you today.
Yeah.
Remember to like and subscribe where you can. Remember to tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell a frenemy. Remember to check out Dubby. Use code UglyMugs at the at the checkout. Mm-hmm. Remember to check out Humble Bundle. They have a big old deal, $89. Get you a whole year's worth of kick-ass games while helping out a kick-ass charity. And remember, at the end of the day, love one another. Oh, I forgot one more thing. Check out our links down in the description for our socials. And also check out the link down in the description if you want to buy the Spam Limited Edition Figgy Pudding. You've been coughing it up. You doing good, man?
I'm fine.
It's just a rough chest?
It's the leftover symptom from COVID.
Fair enough.
This is my new life.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody.